I'm Garibaldi FM and welcome to episode 3 of my nomadic career. As if you watched the first 2 episodes, I started out with Cefn Druids in Wales near Wrexham. So I played 5 games now in the league. Got knocked out of the cup first game. So in the league, started off quite well, tailed off a little bit, but considering they're just wanting me to avoid relegation, still in a comfortable mid-table. So I've got Aberystwyth next. I've changed the formation for this. So I don't have a decent right winger and I don't have a decent left back. So I've come up with some weird system which probably won't work, but I've decided to play 3 centre backs, 3 up front, 2 in the centre of midfield, and then it's a bit like a wing back system, I suppose, but the right side is very defensive and the left side is a bit more attacking. Like I say, I'm not sure it'll work. It's a bit lopsided, but we'll give it a go. And it plays to the strengths of the players that we've got, because I've only got one decent midfielder, Charlie Edge on the left wing. So he hopefully will create some for the 3 forwards. And likewise, only had one decent fullback. Oh, that's not a good start. Oh, he's offside. I thank God for that. That wouldn't have been good after losing quite heavily to Newtown in the last match. That would have been a bad start. So Aberystwyth, town on the Welsh coast, and they are mid-table like me at the moment, but sort of predicted a sort of similar kind of position. So this should be quite a good test to see how the team's performing. Hopefully we can obviously get the win, but as long as we avoid defeat, then that wouldn't be too bad in this game, I think. So let's see how things go. So they're definitely having the better of the first 25. Oh, that Toure, who had the goal disallowed, has popped up again and scored once. That's his 3rd of the season. Not a great start for me. And I haven't even had a shot yet, and we're 36 minutes into the game. Although I've had a shot. And now I've got a cross. Oh, hit the post! I'm sure that hit the post. Oh, if any of you watched episode 1, you would have seen me absolutely destroying posts and bars in that match 3 times. And now I've done it again in this one. I mean, you don't mind hitting the post every now and again, but this is becoming far too regular for this team. A nice ball through from Aforey. Oh, what a goal! Now, did Reed mean to square that, or was that a shot to Roberto? I'm not sure. I think he might have. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was trying to square it. I mean, it says Reed shot from a tight angle, so I think we got a little bit fortunate there. But we'll take it. That kind of helps cancel out the hitting the post several times, I guess. Oh. Almost scored from a rebound. Okay, might need to start thinking about some subs. So yeah, I'm going to make a few changes there. So I've brought fresh legs on at centre back, and Howarth has come on up front for Aforey. So let's see if we can just try and get a winner here last gasp. I mean, we started this match really poorly, but second half we've improved a lot. And I'd say we were, got a draw. I'd say we were pretty good value for that. So yeah, we drew. We're still 6th, just ahead of Aberystwyth on goals scored. But yeah, we're not in a bad position there after 6 games. So we've played about a quarter of the regular season. So the Welsh League, it's a bit like the Scottish Premier and some other sort of smaller European leagues where the first half of the season you play everyone once, and then you get split into 2 sort of groups then. So the top 6 then go into the championship group, or whatever you want to call it, and play each other again. And then the bottom 6 go into the relegation one and play each other in. So as you can see, I've skipped on a bit now. So since Aberystwyth, things have not gone well. Drawn a few, lost a few. There was one nice goal that I scored in this match, so we'll just take a look at that one. Jamie Reid, who's been my best striker this year. I mean, he probably is the best striker I've got anyway, but he's certainly been performing better. So yeah, Edge, nice little run down the left, crosses it in, and a 4-y nods it down, and Reid absolutely smashed it in top corner. That's what we like. So yeah, now I've got Cardiff Met Uni coming up, which hopefully I can try and end this poor run, because I've slipped down into the bottom 2 now. I mean, as you can see, there are 4 of us with very similar goal differences, all on 11 points. And Aberystwyth and Airbus aren't a long way clear either, but then the top 5 do look like they're a bit of a step up from the rest of the league. Cardiff Met Uni obviously are struggling quite a bit. I mean, I've taken a few of their players on free transfers because they were on amateur contracts. So yeah, you can see I've got 4 more joining from them in January, to add to the 3 that I've taken from them already. Unfortunately, one of the ones that I took, Sam Passion, who was easily my best central midfielder, I only had him for 2 months, maybe not even that, perhaps. And then Kidderminster, I think it was, came and took him. So again, because he was on an amateur contract, so there was nothing I could do. So yeah, this will be the last game that we show in episode 3. Like I say, we could really do with a win here, because the uni have not been good this year, and I really do need a win, because it's been about 9 games since I won, I think, something like that. So it's not been terrible, because I've been picking up a reasonable amount of draws in there, but I do need to get 3 points here, I think. Try and keep pace with the likes of Airbus and Aberystwyth. There's a 4-y, plays it through to Edge. It's always good when Edge is on the ball. Can do things that the rest of the team can't. He's beating a man, gets the cross in. Oh, Roberto, nearly. Be a bit more positive, because we're at home to the worst team in the league, so if we can't do well here, then we're going to struggle everywhere else. So let's try and make the most of this opportunity to get a valuable 3 points. I mean, while there's not a lot happening in the game in terms of chances, they're coming back into it. I was going to say we were marginally ahead, but we're actually second best at the moment, which is worrying when things are only going to get tougher than this. Well, we'll see how the second half goes. One thing I have done, I've abandoned, you might have noticed, the kind of weird offset right back, left wing kind of thing. It wasn't working. Reid. It wasn't working too well, so I've got a normal back 4 now, because I don't have that right winger still. I've got 3 in midfield, so 2 central, and then Charlie Edge out on the left, and then still got the 3 up front. So it's like a 4-3-3, but with the left hand. With the left hand midfielder pushed out wide. So yeah, it's again not a conventional formation, but yes, get in, 4-y. Nice. 4th of the season for him, assisted by corner from Charlie Edge. Good ball in, good header. That's good. We can hold on to that. See, it's not, like I say, not an ideal formation, but it's just a case of working with what I've got at the moment until I can sort of fill in a few holes in the squad, I think. So We just don't want to concede here, having only just scored. Oh, fantastic. What was I saying, boys? Don't concede here. What do they do? Don't want to see that again. My right back is having a nightmare. Right, what can we do for the last 15? Okay, so we've made 3 changes. Roberto's come off for Howth up front. We've taken off one of the central midfielders and put on a right winger. So we've got a bit more balance in the midfield, but it's quite sort of stretched now. We've only got one in the middle, so it might get overrun. But it's nearly at the end now anyway. We've only got a few minutes. Oh no! Oh, well, a draw is not good at all here, but at least we didn't lose. How's that left us then? Well, we've moved up 3 spaces to 3 spaces. Yeah, we were 11th, but that's only Panibont played, and they lost to Aberystwyth. So we could end up going back down, but below Carnarvon and Carnarvon. But that's the end of episode 3, so we'll pick up soon for some more games in episode 4. See you next time.